G'day folks, this is Leigh from Yarra with your next workout. This is a type of high intensity workout, okay? It's going to involve a couple of little animal movements, a few functional movements. It's going to be a lot of fun. You just follow along to my cues and give it your best crack. As always, we're after genuine effort opposed to completion. So if some of these movements aren't working for you, if the rep count is too high for you, if it's still not happening, make sure you listen to your own body and keep yourself safe. And of course, if your doctor or your physio is telling you to do or not do something, please listen to them above and beyond me. I don't know your body, you do, and they do. The other thing I'll mention quickly before we get stuck in is that this is a bit more of a dynamic class, and I am playing around with this little microphone, so that's why I've got old Harry High Pants going on here with the shirt tuck. So please forgive me, and I hope the sound works because I really don't want to do this one twice in a row. Okay, we're going to do a bit of a warm-up, so let's come to the bottom of your mat, and the first thing we'll do is just roll down. Little spinal roll. Relatively slowly. Hands come to the ground and you just walk the hands out. So we're doing a walkout, but what we're going to do is hold the top of this plank for 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now pop your knees down if you need to. We're going to do one nice slow push-up. As slow as you can. When you get to the ground, push back up nice and quick. And then walk the hands back to the feet. And slowly roll up, squeeze those glutes, bend those knees, find your nice, tall, strong standing position, and we'll do that one more time. Walk the hands out, hold the plank. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll do 2 push-ups this time. Warming up the shoulders, warming up the chest, warming up the core in the plank. Walk the hands back, slowly. Roll up. Let's do some squats to get the hips working and the glutes working as well. So shoulder width apart. You can have a slight outward turn in the feet. When you squat down, make sure that your butt goes back in space. Your knees stay above the line of like the middle of your foot and bend through the middle toe, okay? And then squeeze the glutes to stand upright. Yep. We'll do about 10 of these at a decent pace because we want to start getting the heart rate and the breath going as well as all of our muscles. Having said that, I've totally lost count, so let's call that 8, 9, and 10. Okay? We're going to do a move that combines a butt flick with the heel, so heel kick, with high knees. So we bring the heel to the butt as well as bringing the knee up in front of you, kind of like this. Hopefully that's not jiggling the mic around too much. Let's do 20 seconds of that just to get our heart rate up. Yeah, so knees nice and high at the same time as trying to make the heels flick the butt. Another 10 seconds. Three, 2, and 1. Nice work. We'll come to the ground. Quickly warm up the wrists, so hands and knees, rocking backwards and forwards, doing some circles one way or the other. If you need a little bit more wrist warm up than I'm giving you today, feel free to stop the video. Just press pause, do a few more circles, pull the fingers back, do whatever you need to do to get ready, because there's a little bit of work on the hands. Okay? All right. The first little sequence we're going to do 5 times through, adding an extra push-up every time we go through. It's a combination of 5 different exercises, and the first of them is a rabbit hop. A rabbit hop is where you start in this squat position, you jump forward, hands don't come to the ground, jump forward, and jump forward. So we're doing about the length of the mat, gives you 2 hops, okay? That's number 1. Number 2, hands come to the ground at the top of those hops, and we jump back into plank. Number 3 is the push-up. Number 4 is walking the hands back. And then number 5, after we roll up, we're doing 5 hip hinges. So this is like a deadlift kind of movement, just without any weight. So hips go back in space as we break from the hips. Nice soft bend in the knees. Keep the spine nice and neutral. Hands slide down the shins. And then when we get to a point where our hamstrings catch or we can't keep our spine straight anymore, we then squeeze the glutes and push the hips forward to stand upright. That's 1. Pushing back. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so that's our sequence. We're going to go through it 5 times without stopping. Okay, cool. Start at the bottom of the mat. Get ready for these rabbit hops. We'll get after them in 3, 2, 1. 1 hop, 2 hop. Hands to the ground, jump back or step back. 1 push up. Walk the hands back to the feet. Roll up and 5 hip hinges. Butt back in space, neutral spine. Squeeze the glutes to come forward. That's 3, 4, and 5. Straight back into the hops. 1, 2. Jump back to plank. 2 push-ups. Walk the hands back. Roll up. 5 hip hinges. Keep that back nice and neutral. Allow the eye line to come down to the mat every time you come down. That's 2. 2 rabbit hops. Forward. Hands to the ground. Jump back to plank. 3 push-ups. 1, 2, 3. Walk back to the feet. Roll up. And 5 hip hinges. 1, 2, 3. Really squeeze those glutes to bring the hips forward. 5. Number 4. Here we go. 2 hops. 1 and 2. Hands to the ground. Jump back. 4 push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4. Walk the hands back. Roll up. 5 hip hinges. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Last time through, here we go. 2 hops. 1, 2. Hands to the ground. Jump back. 5 push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Walking back. Rolling up. 5 hip hinges. Extend through the top of the head. Push the hips back in space. Squeeze the glutes to bring the hips forward. And we're done. That's our first little sequence. That one was really just to get us even more warmed up and ready for the big working sequence, okay? And to also familiarize you with the structure of this little workout. The next one we're doing is again 5 exercises. This time there's a lunge involved, right? So there's right leg and left leg. So we're going to go through the whole thing 3 times, but 1 time includes right and left. Okay? Instead of me demonstrating and then you joining in, I'm going to demonstrate as we go through the first round together because we've got to save some time. Okay? So we start. Where do we start? So we start again standing at the bottom of our mats. Let's roll our head down. Hands come to the floor. Walk out to high plank. Hands under the shoulders. Now we're going to do an inchworm with the feet. So that's keeping the legs nice and straight and keeping as much weight in the hands as you can. Push the ground away with the hands. And then just with the ankles and toes, slowly tiptoe the legs up towards the hands. Then you get to a point where you can't come any more. Take the weight into your feet. Assume a stance at the top of your mat and roll up. And we're going to lunge back. So stand on the right leg and reach back with the left leg. Tip from the hip. Big bend in the hip. Soft bend in the knee. Find this moment of balance. We want engagement in the core so that we're not arching through this lower back. And we want height extending out through the top of the head. Now allow the left toes to find the ground. And we're doing 1 lunge. Left back knee to the ground and coming up. Hands come to the ground, right leg steps back. Now we're doing a kick through on each side, or a hip dip, right? So, left leg comes through underneath the body, right leg comes up. Come into this position here, back into high plank. Left leg raises, kicks underneath the body, left arm comes up, and you spin onto the sole of your left foot, and then spin back to high plank. We do 1 push-up, And then we walk the hands back and we roll up. That's one side. Let's get after the second side. Roll down. Walk forward. Now the inchworm. Push the ground away. Weight into the hands. Pushing, pushing, pushing. Tiptoe those feet up. Now bring the weight into the feet. Slowly roll up. Now we're standing on the left leg, reaching the right leg back. Big bend into the left hip. Keep the hips square to the ground. Engage to the core. Length through the top of the head. And then slowly find the ground with the right toes. Back knee to the ground for one lunge and back up. Hands to the ground. Left leg back. Kick throughs. So raise the right leg, kick under the body, spin to the sole of the left foot and raise the left hand. Spin back to the high plank. Raise the left foot, kick under the body, raise the right hand, spin to the sole of the right foot. Back to plank. One push up. Walking back to the bottom of the mat and rolling up. Okay. So that's the first time through done on each side. From here on in, we'll hit 2 lunges. We'll hit 2 kick throughs either side, and we'll hit 2 push-ups. And it'll keep going up and up and up as we go from 1 through to 5, okay? I'm sure you'll get a decent workout by the time we get to the end. Let's get after it. So, rolling down. We can start to speed this up slowly. Walking the hands forward. Inchworm. Push the ground away. Nice straight legs. Tiptoe the feet up. And get to the top of the mat, stand up, roll up, stand on the right leg, bend at the right hip, reach the left leg back. Let's find this moment of balance for 2, 1. Then bring the left legs to the left toes to the ground. 2 lunges, back knee down and up, just like an elevator, straight up and down there. Hands to the ground and step back. Some birds do some interesting things in the background. Let's do 2 kick throughs each side. So, right leg going underneath the body. As the left hand comes up into high plank, we're in 2 push-ups. 2. Walking the hands back to the body and rolling up. That's the right side. Let's go straight into the other side. Rolling down, walking forward. Inchworm, push the ground away. Weight in the hands. Push, 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 tiptoe the feet up. Then roll up, standing on the left leg, bending in the left hip, reach the right toes back, core engaged, fill the space in the lower back, height through the top of the head. 2, 1, find the ground. Right knee to the ground as the body goes up and down like a torso, or the torso goes up and down like an elevator. Hands to the ground, step left, look back. Let's do our kick throughs, 2 on each side. And 2, and 2. 2 push-ups, 1, 2, walking the hands back and rolling up. Nice work. 1 moment for breathe. Another 2 breaths. 3 and 4. Let's go after the 3rd round. Rolling down. Walking the hands out. Of course, if you need a little bit more of a break at any point, do press pause and take whatever break you need. Here comes the inchworm. Weight in the hands, tiptoe the feet, step forward to the top of the mat, roll up, standing on the right leg, reaching the left leg back, big bend in the right hip, soft bend in the right knee, reach the left toes back, height through the top of the head, core engagement, pelvis level with the ground, step the left toes back, 3 lunges. Up and down like an elevator. 2 and 3. Hands to the ground. Step back. Kick throughs. 3 on each side. That's 1. That's 2. If you want, see if you can get your hip or your butt nice and close to the ground for an extra challenge. 3 push-ups. 1, 2, and 3. And then walk the hands back. Rolling up. Straight into the left side. Rolling down, walking up, inchworm, nice and strong and straight through the arms, tiptoe those feet, keep the legs straight as long as you can and step underneath, take the weight, roll up, onto the left leg, reach the right toes back, bend in the left hip, soft bend in the left knee, Core engagement, pelvis level, height through the top of the head. Find the ground with the right toes. Up into this nice high lunge and straight up and down for 1, 2, and 3. Hands to the ground. Stepping back. Kick throughs. 3 on each side. Here we go. 2, 2, and 3, and 3. Nice work. 3 push-ups. Bring the weight forward. 1, 2, and 3. Walk the hands back to the feet and roll up. Let's have a couple of breaths before we get into round number 4. I'm sure you can see that I'm getting a pretty decent workout out here in the sun. Very lucky to be out here in my little garage on a day where it wasn't raining. Loving it. I'm just rambling. I'm just trying to give myself an excuse to have an extra break. But that's not what we're here for, is it? So let's go into the 4th round. One last breath. And roll down. Hands to the ground. Walking out. Inchworm. Push the ground away. Straight legs. Tiptoe up. Feet near the hands. Bonus round. Let's walk the feet back. And walk them back out, out, out into a nice long plank position. Keep pushing the ground away. Keep the legs straight. Get nice and long. And then tiptoe them forward again. And come up to the hands. We're just doing 2. No need to worry. Bring the feet under the body and roll up. Standing on the right leg. Bending in the right hip. Soft bend in the right knee. Reach the left toes back. Core engagement. Left toes find the ground. 4 lunges. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Hands to the ground. Step the right foot back. 4 kick throughs each side. Start on the left and the right. That's 1. That's 2. Left and right. That's 3. Left and right. That's 4. You guessed it. 4 push-ups. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Walking back and rolling up. That's the right side done. And we'll roll down again into the left side. And that's right. 2 inchworms again on this side. Nice straight legs. Keep the weight in the hands the whole time. This time when you're walking back, keep the legs nice and straight. Walk back into the longest plank that you can manage and hold it for a second. And then tiptoe the legs forward. Push the weight forward back over your hands. When your shoulders get over your hands again, bring the feet in. Step up to the top of your mat and roll up. Weight into the left leg. Tip from the left hip. Reach the right toes back. Pelvis level with the ground. Core engage. Fill the space in your lower back. Reach for the ground with your right toes. 4 lunges. Straight up and down. Be really vigilant with the quality of these movements as our fatigue is building. Hands to the ground. Step back. 4 kick throughs each side. Here we go. Right and left. That's 1. Right and left. That's 2. Right and left. That's 3. Right and left. That's 4. 4 push-ups. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Walking the hands back to the top and rolling up. Whew. Nice work, everyone. This is no joke. We have 1 more round to go with 5 reps on each side. Whew. So if you're like me, maybe the first half of this workout, you might be saying, why is this in a high intensity version? Well, I don't know about you, you might be fitter and stronger than me, but I'm feeling it. All right, let's come to the bottom of the mat. 1 more round each side. That's all we got. Let's go get it. Rolling down. Walk the hands out. High plank. 2 inchworms again. Tiptoe the feet up. Weight in the hands at all times. Go back out into this nice long plank. How long can you go? Then tiptoe the feet back. Once the shoulders are above the hands again, then start to raise the hips and make room for the legs and step your feet underneath you. Roll up onto the right foot, big bend in the right hip to tip forward, length through the top of the head, core engagement, fill that lower back space, reach the left toes out, 3, 2, 1, find the ground with the left toes, and with 5 lunges, straight up and down if we can. That's 5, hands to the ground, step back, 5 kick throughs, left and right for 1, left and right for 2, left and right for 3, left and right for 4, left and right for 5. 5 push-ups, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Walking the hands back to the feet, rolling up. Oh my word. Whew, what have I made us do? Let's get into the next side. The sooner we start, the sooner we're done. Roll down. Walk those hands out. Let's keep it strong. Let's keep it consistent. 2 inchworms. Tiptoe those feet up. Make room for the hips to go nice and high. Once you get to the top, walk back. Really see, like this last time, how low and long you can go with that plank. Then tiptoe the feet forward. Keep the legs straight. Weight in the hands, and then step the feet under the body and roll up. Onto the left leg. Big bend in the hip. Reach the right toes forward. Back. Fill the space in the lower back with core. 3, 2, 1. Toes to the ground. 5 lunges. Straight up and down. Nice and strong here. Engaging that glute. Engaging this quad. And 5. Hands to the ground. Stepping back. 5 kick throughs. Left and right for 1. Left and right for 2. Oh, I'm going right and left for 3, actually. Right and left for 4. And right and left for 5. 5 push-ups. Last thing we're doing. Here we go. Nice and strong. Keep it going. 2, 3, 4, 5. And walk the hands back to the feet and roll up. Oh my word. Really good effort, folks. I'm sweating. I am breathing. I'm blowing hard. That's what we're here for, right? To get a really good, challenging workout, and hopefully one that's maybe in a bit of a different format for you. Bit interesting, bit fun. Oh dear. Come to a seat. You can be sitting on your heels, you can be cross-legged, you can be up on a yoga block or a pillow, whatever you need to do. I'm just going to lead us through a quick couple of things just to bring the breath down and stretch ourselves up. So in whatever seat you're in, let's make it a cross-legged seat actually. So even if you've got a pillow or something under your butt, you're in this cross-legged seat, and we want to tip forward from the hips and reach our hands out to the ground, making sure most of this bend is coming from the hip joint and not from this rounding of the back, okay? We'll get to rounding in a second. For now, let's stay a little bit more upright. Let that breath come into the body, and let the regaining of breath, let the slowing of breath bring the heart rate down as well. And as you've been here for a sec, you can walk the hands a little bit more forward if you've got that increased range of motion now. And now you can start to run the spine. And we'll just stay here for a moment. And walk your hands back up. Just to even ourselves out, just swap which leg's in front. And we'll do the exact same thing. I find this stretch, this movement, really conducive to getting back into my body. I'm getting my breath back into my body and finding a way to remain present with myself, but also to aid in the recovery from the workout. Let's walk the hands back. I'll finish off with just a little twist. So swing sideways And lay down onto the back. We'll just do a nice simple one. So arms out to the side, tabletop the knees, and then let them slowly fall in a controlled manner off to the right. In this position, if you're like mine, left shoulder's on the ground but your left knee is kind of hovering here, you can put a pillow or a yoga block or something in between the knees in this space, just to allow that knee to rest, because it should be a restful position. One more breath in this twist. And then slowly come back to the center, and we'll rock off into the left side. Just twist nice and controlled all the way down. Again, if you need something between your knees to allow your body to rest in this position, you can even just use your fist. Allows the shoulder to be on the ground and the legs to be resting and stretching and elongating and not having to hold at this point where we've already worked so hard. Coming back to the center. You can stay laying on your back if you want. I'm rocking up into this kneel because I'm pooped and I'm going to say goodbye. Great work today. There's another really tough one, so maybe give it another crack in a month or so, or even sooner, just to see if you make any improvements. Yeah. Either way, I'll see you next time. Have a good one.